The Nerdgasm Talk podcast is brought to you by Spaces Philly. If you love podcasts, go to spacesphilly.com where you can check out Lulu and Pop, Both Sides, Turntables, Jump Thought Super Tongue, and the Nerd Coalition's very own No Gimmicks Needed. Visit spacesphilly.com today. And now, feel the Nerdgasm. For the VGAs, we had that was a bad transition, but there was really no transition into that. So, the VGAs happened this weekend. Actually, I'm sorry, not this weekend. Last Thursday, this most recent Thursday, and I mean, we if you've seen the video of us casting our votes, we did have a lot of opinions on what was going to win, what we hoped to win, and a lot of it I personally was disappointed in. We do have a live reaction of the whole stream on the Nerd Coalition Level Up page, so definitely check that out. I'm going to go over the winners for each category, and then we could talk about the trailers and stuff.
Okay.
I highly doubt you care about the esports stuff because, you know, we didn't know too much about
esports had. So what the hell they do for esports? I know Man 20 Minutes is nothing.
Esports athlete, esports coach, esports event, esports game, esports host, esports team, and like who won for that? We didn't really vote on that portion, so we really couldn't say anything. So I'm gonna pass that. For best debut game, it was Carry On, Mortar Shell, Raijin, Roki, and Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia took the win for this. Phasmophobia is a multiplayer ghost hunting game. I've seen a couple streamers play it, and it looked really fun. So congratulations to them. Content Creator of the Year was Allison Pierce, Jay On Lopez, Nick Murrick, Tim the Tatman, and Valkyrie. Valkyrie won for that. I was actually happy Valkyrie won. That was originally who I voted for. I know we voted for Jay and Lopez, you know, because, you know, skin folk is your kinfolk.
Is that right? There you go.
Yeah. But I did watch a documentary on Valkyrie, and, you know, just hearing her story, I was like, wow, she put in work. So shout out to her. Best multiplayer game, it was Animal Crossing New Horizon, which I have no idea how it got nominated. Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and Valerian, and Among Us. And Among Us took that win. Shocking that.
I told you.
Yo, yeah, it was out of all those games, this was definitely going to win, without a doubt. It's kind of shocking that a game from 2 years ago is won. Best sports and racing game, we already knew what was going to win, but it was nominated Dirt 5, F1 2020, FIFA 2021, NBA 2K21, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 won that. As we kind of suspected. Best simulation and strategy, there was Crusader Kings 3, Desperado 3, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM. Microsoft Flight Simulator won that, which got me questioning, how good is Flight Simulator?
I'm about to say I don't like Flight Simulator games that much anyway.
I don't like simulation games at all.
I'm just like, all right, it's like I don't need to be the real. I don't like going in the real planes in the first place, so I want to play one.
The graphics are great.
Each plane going right to the ground.
Oh my god, Denzel. Best family game nominees were Animal Crossing New Horizon, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario The Origami King. The winner of that was Animal Crossing New Horizons. We already knew that was going to win. Was it you that brought it up? He's like, why in the world was Crash 4 brought in family game where you play that it makes you want to punch somebody?
Yeah, Crash 4 make you want to beat the shit out your family.
All right, best fighting game, we had Grand Blue Fantasy versus Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition, One Punch Man, The Hero Nobody Knows, and Under Night in Birth. And the winner of that was One Punch Man, The Hero I'm kidding. It was Mortal Kombat 11.
The screen almost cracked when you said that.
Mortal Kombat 11 was going to win by a landslide. There was no way. There was no chance for Mortal Kombat lose it in this category at all.
No, it should. First of all, this Mortal Kombat's coming back and just letting everybody know who the GOAT is.
Yeah.
I mean, look, because I knew Ed Boon was not going to let that joint sit last year. He like, all right,
he like re-release it, but
he said,
re-release it.
Like he gonna do anything. He said 75 characters at launch my head. All right, and now y'all can't even get your DLC shit together. Okay, cool, no problem. John Rambo, come here.
Yo, what if he had a button that just like COVID? It just sent it out so they could delay their DLC.
Yo, that would be fucked up. Okay,
like God, Ed Boon, what type of brain you have in those eyebrows? Our best role playing game: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, Yakuza Like a Dragon. The winner for that was Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I'm extremely happy about. That deserved it.
It's good.
And I'm not going to say this is where the BS begins, but this is where the BS begins. Best action adventure game.
Assassin's Creed landslide, huh?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori Will of the Wisps, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and Last of Us Part 2. And Last of Us Part 2 won Best Action Adventure Game. And I'm like, really? Out of action? Action? That won? But I was like, all right, y'all. I'm like, I already see what type of show this is going to be. I was after I saw the first win for Last of Us, I was like, oh, they're going to clean up tonight. They're going to clean up. Best action game: Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4. The winner for that is Hades. After playing the game, I see why. This is a really fun game. Doom Eternal has more action in it, but I feel like Hades is just more fun to play. Okay. So I can understand why that got voted. Innovation and accessibility: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, Last of Us Part 2, and Watch Dogs Legion. The winner for that is Last of Us Part 2. Okay, when they won this, it was so creepy because they had everyone on VOD, a Zoom call, and whoever won, they would just talk on the video. Yeah. And you just see one of the developers, and then behind him was a window, and you just see someone standing outside of the window. And we were like, what in the world? And he was like, oh, this is my neighbor who also helped work on the game. And she's just standing out in the window talking. And the crazy thing is, she had a better mic than him.
But why is she in that? Oh, social distancing.
Yeah, but I was like, y'all couldn't just wear masks? I'm like, this is just so weird to look at.
It really was. I'm about to say it. Now they won't listen.
Oh my God. It was so weird to look at. Best VR is Dreams, Half-Life, Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadrons, and Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. The winner for that is Half-Life. I forgot what Half-Life was, and I forgot that people have been waiting all their lives for it more than Kingdom Hearts 3. So I'm not surprised that won. And people say it's one of the best VR games. For Best Community Support, the nominees were Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Out Guys Ultimate Knockout, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant. The winner for that is Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Not too surprised. Their Twitter is pretty good with, I
really thought it was going to be Fortnite, to be honest with you.
Honestly, I did too. I wasn't going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was too. Best Mobile Game: Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legends of the Runeterra, and Pokemon Cafe Mix. Now, from what I hear, nobody liked Pokemon, so I don't know why that was on there. But the winner is Among Us, which is, again, is no surprise. I still think Genshin Impact is a better mobile game. Being accessible from the mobile and what it does is phenomenal. Best Indie Game: Carry On, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer. The winner for that is Hades. Again, that is a great game. It's super polished. I'm not surprised. Best Ongoing Game: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. The winner for that is No Man's Sky, which I'm shocked about. I think the director pointed it out yesterday while we was talking. He said, yeah, they added this, they added that, they added that. And I'm like, well, that's what they promised from the gate. So it should have had that. So I don't know why that's like, winning for oncoming games. Like, yeah, you got us what you told us you were going to get us. So, personally, I thought either Fortnite or Destiny 2 was going to win.
No, not Destiny 2, but Fortnite definitely.
Yeah, especially with that Marvel event, I watched the whole Galactus event. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool.
My son tried to sweet talk me and his mother to get him off punch so he could try this Marvel event out.
Wow.
Then he just got straight blunt with it. Where can I have it back? I said, what? What is going on this event that he got? I just got to get there. I'm like, it's like a drug. So yes, these kids is crazy for this Marvel event.
It was really cool. The only thing is they didn't. So I feel like this is I'm gonna just drift off a little bit. The problem with that event is that they had comic books talking about the event and like how they had Marvel comics, like how Thor got into the world and what he did in the world and all that. And then after that event, like Galactus just completely like got wiped out. They could have just said, you could continue this by reading issue. And I was like, that would be a great selling point to get people back in the comic books, but no, they didn't do it. And I feel like that was a missed opportunity for Marvel.
It's all right, because me and you got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
I mean, we definitely don't got Avengers. The Avengers.
I'm about to say, because Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 shut down anything that they tried to do in gaming in the past 2 years.
Yeah, that and Marvel Spider-Man. Those are their two hoping. We're holding them up. The two best Marvel games that we have right now, while DC is just eating.
Yep, bruh, they ain't never starved.
Now, games for Impact is If Found, Kentucky Route Zero, Spearfire, Tell Me Why, and Through the Darkest of Times. I don't remember that title. But the winner for that is Tell Me Why. Don't know too much about that game, so I'm not sure.
Other than it's song, was it? It's a Backstreet Boys. What a boy band.
Tell Me Why.
It's
Backstreet Boy. Before we get DMCA.
If my wife was up here, yes, my pro-black wife was up here, she'd get girl the shit out of me right now.
I had to sing it again. I was like, hold on, is it?
Yeah, I'm about to say
did I get it wrong this whole time? Best performance: Ashley Johnson as Ellie from The Last of Us Part 2, Laura Bailey as Abby from The Last of Us Part 2, Dasake Tsuji as Jin Sakai on Ghost of Tsushima, Logan Cunningham as Hades in Hades, and Najee Jeter as Miles Morales in Spider-Man Miles Morales. I voted for Miles Morales, of course, but
I'm too biased.
Yeah, Laura Bailey, she's honestly the best actor in this category, so of course they were going to give it. She's the Oscar winner. She's the Oscar person. The Martin Scorsese's and all that. Consider them that in the gaming world. Best audio design: Doom Eternal, Half-Life, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and Last of Us Part 2. The winner for that is Last of Us Part 2. I mean, okay, sure. I was just like, yo, y'all are kidding me. Okay, I was gonna lose it if this didn't win. Best score in music: Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Last of Us Part 2. The winner for that is Final Fantasy VII Remake, as it should. I want to play that game over for the music only. Like, God, the soundtrack is so amazing. I wish they would just put it on Spotify so I could listen to it. But God, that soundtrack is just incredible. It makes you feel like oh man, it's great. Best art direction: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori Will of the Wisps, and Last of Us Part 2. The winner for that is Ghost of Tsushima, and I think that's the only win they took that night, which I am strictly disappointed in.
I knew you would be.
Absolutely disappointed. I was like, get out of here. Best narrative: 13 Sentinels, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Last of Us Part 2. The winner for that, Last of Us Part 2. I personally felt Final Fantasy VII Remake should have won that as far as narrative wise, because they took a remake and literally sold it as a remake but made it a sequel. And I thought that was a genius way of writing, especially for bringing all the lore of all the Final Fantasy VII lore that they had before previously, wrapping it up and presenting it to us in that way. I thought it was genius. I feel like that should have won best narrative, but hey, Last of Us 2. Best game direction: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life, and Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2.
Oh.
And then the game of the year: Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and Last of Us Part 2. The winner for that is Last of Us Part 2.
Game of the
I was ready to fight. And so they put all the nominees on the Zoom call. And I'm like, why would you do that? So the first presenter they did was best performance. And I just see Najee Jeter, R. Miles Morales, R. Spider-Man just sitting in the Zoom call looking excited. And they said Laura Bailey. And they did just move all the losers away. And I'm like, really? He got dressed up for the Zoom call just to not even speak. Just to wave. And I was like, exactly. Get out of here. And I looked.
You mean that guy?
I specifically looked at Sucker Punch. And they had the Ghost of Tsushima background. They had the two, developers that worked on it standing, 6 feet away. They're happy, and you just hear Last of Us Part 2, and you just see them like they're gritting their hands together, but they just automatically releases them and start a slow clap for Last of Us Part 2. And I just hate how all the Last of Us Part 2 developers were like, oh my gosh, I'm shocked I won. Stop it. No.
There's just certain things that you know. There's like you made this because you knew you're the Oscar game right now. You know
it's the Oscar game. That's the only way it won. Last year, Death Stranding was the Oscar game. But now I watched someone. His name is Omega Pro. I watch his stream. And he actually does a lot of discussions on his Twitch, and he's really really animated, really passionate when he talks. He said he feels like if Sekiro didn't win last year, Ghost of Tsushima would have won this year. Okay. And I'm like, two samurai games back to back winning. And I'm like, I don't want to believe you, especially against the Oscar nominating games, the Oscar games such as Death Stranding and Last of Us Part 2. So I'm like, I
can't wait to see what's gonna happen next year, boy. I'll tell you.
I mean, I don't know. Cyberpunk is going to be mentioning. I'm sorry, Cyberbug 2027. Oh, I've been looking at the graphics. I was like, is this Saints Row? I'm about to say. I'm like, whoa, this is not good.
This is what I've been waiting for, huh? Check this out.
Check this out. Oh boy,
that shit could have been to bite him in the ass. He probably look at themselves as like, damn.
What? No way. Why do I look like this?
Oh god.
You'll hear me talk more about Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy Remake next week's episode where we do the top 10s of the year. I'm doing my top 10 gaming list. Mr. Andy will be doing his top 10 movie list. Q-Flow will probably do shows.
We're going to be talking about 2020 as a whole, so
yeah.
Be ready.
Do we want to go down that dark path?
We gotta do it eventually.
Yeah, I'll say wait till next year. And after we digest 2021, we be like, all right, let's talk about 2020 now.